and welcome to another episode of OnSign TV Expert Tips. Today we'll talk about the Quiz and Trivia app. For sure, one of the most popular OnSign TV apps. So let's get into it and make a full walkthrough to show you how simple it is to set up your own quiz. Let's start by creating our app. And for this, we'll click on the New button. Select App and go to Data Feed Enabled Apps. Here, scroll down and select the Quiz and Trivia app. Like any other OnSign TV app, the first thing you need to give it is a name, so let's call it Demo. Something very convenient about this app is that it features a pre-assigned data feed with questions and answers, so you can just proceed with this in case you don't want to create your own content. Another important note is to mark this checkbox, acknowledging it is your responsibility to review the content published with this app. We'll get back to this in a moment as you'll learn to review the default data feed or create your own. Moving forward, I just want to make two minor tweaks. Let's change the time for each question shown to 3 seconds, and do the same for answers. There are many other possible customizations, but for now, let's click on Preview to see how this app works. And here we can see the quiz already working in the preview. Okay, now let's close the preview as I want to show you how to review your data feed. To do this, click on the Choose button. Here you can see that the selected data feed used by this app is called Trivia Questions from OpenTBD English. If you click on the breadcrumb, you can also see that this data feed is stored in the folder Content Library Data Feeds. This is a special folder that holds a number of other data feeds provided by OnSign TV to be used in many different apps. Now let me save this app so we can return to it later. Once we are back in the folder structure, let's take a quick look at the Content Library Data Feeds folder to review the data feed that is currently being used. An important note about these data feeds is that they are all read-only, so you can only open to review the feed. To change the content on the feed, you will need to create another data feed, using the previous feed as a source. Let me show you how to do it. Let's go to Content menu and select Create a new data feed. Once again, let's give it the name My Quiz. Now we'll select the option Create a data feed from an existing source, and the option to import data from another data feed. Now we'll select the data feed that will be used as a source, the Trivia Questions from OpenTDB English. Once selected, let's uncheck the option to keep data feed updated, as we don't want changes made on the original data feed to be propagated to the new feed we are creating. Finally, click the Create button, and OnSign TV will copy all the content from the original data feed into your new one. Now this is your data feed, so you can review and change questions however you want. You can change a specific question, you can move one or multiple lines, you can even remove all the lines at once if you want. But before deleting everything, I would like to scroll along to the right side, as I would like to review the category column and create a filter to only show a specific category. To do that, we need to go back to the Quiz app, as the filtering is actually applied only when the feed is configured in the app. So let's go back to our app. Once the app is opened, click the Edit button to open the panel that defines how the data feed is configured within the app. Here we can see how the data feed columns are assigned to each app field. And at the bottom part, we can find all the filtering options. So let's start making some changes. Let's increase the number of rows to be extracted from the data feed to 100. And let me change the sorting order, making it random, as I think this makes the content more unique. Now click on the filter to start adding filtering rules. Here I want to only show lines that fall under the art category, so here I will set the filter to category equals art. Another thing that I would like to do is to not show questions that contain the word death. Once you click confirm, all filters are applied. Let's click preview to see the changes in action. Now that you are a quiz master, maybe you can play a bit more with some other customizations for the Quiz and Trivia app. But I believe that maybe even more important is learning how to use data feeds, as they can be used in so many different apps. Hope you enjoyed playing with data feeds and the quiz app. I'll see you soon in the next video.